Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a couple of different things. Now, first off, we're going to be talking about this TSF artist by the name of Drippy. Now, Drippy looks like he ran into a little situation in his hometown of Houston, man. Now, for those of you who don't know, TSF is Sauce Walka, man. That's his label. And Drippy is one of his artists. And it looks like he's got a little situation that's going on, according to what he posted on his social media. Then, Lil Boosie seems to be having some problems, man. So Boosie, it seems like he can't keep a social media account, man. It keeps getting deleted every time he does something outlandish, and it's like they got the button ready watching for Boosie, excuse me. Now, other than that, there was a situation that took place in Baton Rouge about 4 days ago, and it was at a music studio, and everybody was wondering what went down with this shooting, man. So the shooting took place, and people were like, music studio, and we don't know who the artist was that was there or who was involved. Well, it seems like, man, one of the people who was involved might have took to social media just to show that he's doing all right after the shooting took place. Now, before we get into all the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about TSF Drippy, or just Drippy, man. He's one of Sauce Walka's artists, man. He's down with the Sauce Factory. He lives in Houston, man. And it seems like he ran into a little bit of a predicament. It looks like he caught some cats trying to rob him. Now, this is according to everything that he put on his social media page this morning. Now, you could look by looking at his page that he was out partying. It looks like he was at the strip club with the homies. He's posted many videos. And, man, obviously, somebody else was watching that as well. Because if you look at any of Drippy's pictures, you see he always has like nice cars. He's always counting money. He's always got big stacks of money. Plus, he's got that nice TSF chain. So, man, to the sharks, he's looking like food. You know what I mean? But according to his own admission, he caught the play before it even took place and was able to escape. So let's look at the post that he made on social media. I'm going to have to paraphrase a little bit because he uses some language that you can't use on this platform. But he said this. He said, cats try to rob me, but they froze up. You know what I mean? And then a whole bunch of emojis. What is that, man? It's the looking emoji blacked out. So, you know what I mean? Just letting it be known to everybody that, man, some cats tried to rob him and he caught them basically, or saw them. But in his next post, he said, this is what he said. He said, I seen you dudes setting up the whole play with the same emoji, the looking emoji. And he's basically letting it be known that, hey, man, I saw you cats coming before the play even took place, man. And just letting people know that he's watching them watching him. He topped it off with this last post right here. He said, y'all got to have y'all plan wrote down next time, Goofy. Just letting it be known that, man, if you're looking to come for him, you need to be prepared. At least write your plan down, which is pretty funny, man. You got to be honest, man. It looks like TSF Drippy, or Drippy is just basically, man, letting it be known that he knows that because of the jewels that he's got and all the money that he flashes, that he's definitely somebody of interest that they're trying to, get at, especially cats who are out here robbing and doing things trying to get by. Now, as far as Drippy is concerned, I don't know, man. I just think that, man, he probably could have kept a little bit of this quiet, but maybe putting it public might have helped the situation by, letting people know that he's watching, and that way maybe detracting some of the folks from doing it in the future. But some people could take this as being taunted as well. But it seems like Drippy's got a handle of it. All right, so next let's talk about Lil Boosie and his social media getting deleted, man. It seems like Lil Boosie cannot keep a page, man. Now, for those of you who don't know, man, Lil Boosie was trending yesterday because he posted a video of the behind the scenes of him and DaBaby. They shot a music video, and I'm not sure what song it was for. But in one of the scenes, one of the actors, and it looked like they just hired people who was on the street doing whatever, handling their business. It looked like they might have even hired some people who were, down on their luck or whatever, and told them they can get a little bit of money. And one of the people who were participating in the video, Boosie gets into a verbal altercation with, and then cocks back and smacks him, man. I'm talking about straight up slapped the taste out of his mouth, smacked him. I mean, Boosie would, man, you can't pay me to get slapped like that. I don't care, man, unless you're talking millions, then we can talk. But, man, Boosie, man, he allegedly paid the dude $554. I don't know why it rounded down to there to $554 but that's what it was said, man. He paid the dude $554 in order to play out the scene where Boosie slapped him. And dude was like, yup, straight up took that money, and Boosie slapped him. Now, according to most of the social media page guidelines, man, you cannot show, explicit, type of any type of violent attacks, things like that, any type of, random, any type of adult material, anything like that, right? And it looked like it broke the guidelines, and Boosie lost his page again. Now, remember, Boosie just shouted out to Mark Zuckerberg and all them back in the, I want to say, what was that? Like not even a year ago? It might even been 6 months ago when he lost his page the last time. That page had 5 million followers and this page had 1 million followers, and Boosie is out of a whole nother page, man. This is crazy. But, knowing Boosie being a hustler or whatnot, for a fact that he's going to get another page and it's going to go up because people like to tune in to see what he's doing. He's always got shows all over the place, man. So, man, I think Boosie's going to be all right. It's just, man, another lesson that he had to learn, man. Somebody need to have like a chart next to Boosie and be like, yo, dog, you cannot do this, and post this on your social media page, man. You can't do this, man. You just can't do this. You know what I mean? And then maybe he'll listen. Maybe he won't. But, man, that's just another story of Boosie losing his social media account again. Now, this next story is more serious. There's a rapper by the name of BabyJoe, and he happens to be out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yes, man, the rat. And no, he's not the other BabyJoe. He's not BBG BabyJoe. He's BabyJoe. And even on his social media page, he says, I'm the real BabyJoe. You know what I mean? Now, he's an up-and-coming artist, and he's followed by, man, interestingly enough, Snoop Dogg, and other artists or whatnot, right? Now, BabyJoe has been relatively quiet on social media, man. If you look at his page, it's pretty much chill, right? But there was a story that kicked off about 4 days ago about a shooting in a music studio in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now, this is the news story that kicked off. It said this basically, man, and everybody was scratching their head. It said police investigating triple shooting reported at Baton Rouge music studio. Now, in the report, it says the Baton Rouge Police Department responded to 1965 West Mural Drive, the listed address of YBB Production LLC, after midnight. The studio is located near the intersection of Sherwood Forest Boulevard and Old Hammond Highway. Now, we've heard about Old Hammond Highway a lot with different type of situations, and Sherwood Forest as well, so you know what it is, man. So the extent of the victim's injuries is unknown. No other details surrounding the shooting were immediately available. So at that time, they didn't know the extent of the victim's injuries, but there was another report that dropped like that same day where they didn't release any of the information about the shooting victims, but they talked about the fact that, that the shooting victims weren't in any type of critical condition or anything like that, right? Now, this got everybody on the fan pages to be like, well, who in the world in Baton Rouge is an artist could have been up in the studio and there been a shooting and nobody know about it? Because everybody thinks about the bigger camps like TBG, BBG, you talking about NBA, 4K Trey and those cats, right? Even FL Gang and even smaller little offshoots, but they all under those bigger umbrellas, right? Well, it seems like, man, people were missing the fact that it might have been just an artist who's kind of like a renegade, a lone ranger. And when you look up that music studio, that YBB Productions, you can see on their social media page, there's an artist there, and it looks like the last post that they made was of BabyJoe. So BabyJoe was on social media just last night, and he posted this video right here of him in the hospital, leading fans to believe that he was the one who was actually in the shooting or actually one of the victims of the shooting.
Tweet.
Bang.
Boom, 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 boom.
We in here, man. Pressure pack.
Now, in that video, you can see that BabyJoe is definitely in the hospital, and you see he's got his team there, and they all shouting out "bang him" and talking to the camera or whatnot. But man, it makes you think that maybe he was involved in that shooting or had some part. Now, this hasn't been confirmed by his team or anybody like that, but it's a heck of a coincidence that the studio that he was last seen at had a shooting there, and on that same day, you know what I'm saying, or later on that week, he's being seen in the hospital. So, you know what I mean? If you put two and two together, it seems like it's a realistic thing, you know, that he was probably involved in the shooting or one of the victims in the shooting. But like I said, at this point, nobody's confirmed that at all. Now, with that, this been your boy. What do you guys think, man? Do you think that TSF Drippy stunts too much on social media and is just bringing a lot of attention to him and his camp? Or do you think that maybe, man, him stunting is just a part of the rap game and what it is? Now, with Boosie, man, what do you think about Boosie? Do you think that he's going way too far on his social media and risking losing a lot of money by continuing the antics and putting up shocking content? And with this Bang'em BabyJoe situation, do you think he had anything to do with the shooting or was a potential victim in the shooting at that YBB studio? Or do you think this is just, circumstance or whatnot? Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.